Self-awareness.
So we're talking about self-awareness. So self-awareness is having a clear perception of yourself. So like, how do you perceive yourself as far as your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs? What are your values? You know, what is important to you and what is happening with you right now? You know, have you ever been in a situation where you're like, what am I feeling right now?
Yes.
And that's self-awareness. Is just even asking that question is self-awareness. Have you ever known someone that had no clue how they were feeling?
Yes. I mean, they knew they were feeling something.
Yeah.
They did not know why or what they should be doing with that feeling.
Yes. Yeah. And that is really the process of self-awareness. I think we're always evolving in that. It's something that we practice, which I love that word practice because, you know, we're never perfect at anything, but we can always practice. Like doctors practice medicine.
Yes.
And so it's something that we practice something that's important to us.
Yeah.
So that's self-awareness. So I love to help young adults with that. Like, who are you? You know,
what are your values? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you stand for?
Yeah.
Are you just working because you are told that you have to work and you have to make some money? Which is a very important thing.
Yeah. Like, I just need to make money to pay for my truck. Well, you know.
A lot of people do that.
Yes.
A lot of people are just working because they have to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me individually, can't do that. I'm awakened consciously.
How did this happen with you? This your self-awareness, this awakening.
This happened 2 years ago when I was going to school, and I met some really good teachers, like who really made me question stuff.
Wow.
And I started realizing that I was not designed to follow this path that was created before.
And that path was?
Not doing something of my own. Working corporate. I worked corporate for a long time. Like 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 to whatever, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I worked that since I was 12.
Yeah.
Working is not a big deal for me. I can work. But when I started awakening, I started questioning about my life. Like, why am I doing all this stuff? What is the context of this?
Yeah. So when you asked that question, what came out of that?
That what I was doing, at that time I was working somewhere. And I realized that, man, this is not where I wanted to go. Awesome. It gave me discipline and I met a lot of people. I disciplined myself when it comes to communicating with people and working, but this is not where I want to end up. I want to go there.
And this is not getting me there.
It was not that work where I was learning skills in order for me to go there.
So you saw it as a part of the process.
Yes, of course, a part of the process, but at a certain point you have to change or stop doing that and start doing something else which adds to the end.
Right. And that transition sometimes can be painful.
Very painful.
Because it sounds like what you did is you went back to school.
Not went to school. I was going to school then, but I was working. I had to leave a place where I had all my friends. I knew everybody. I had a good time. People loved me. I had
social life. Yeah.
Yes, and I was realizing that, man, what am I gonna do when I graduate? I'm getting ready to graduate.
Yeah.
I want to do something of my own. I want to travel. All these ideas that I have. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. No. And I had to make that transition.
And so,
I had to wave goodbye.
And really, that's you asked about kind of the coaching process and what I take young people through. And first is self-awareness. Let's do a little bit of that right now, kind of the intro, okay? Cool. Because when we get to know each other, we're in, we've been coaching for a few weeks, for example, we get real in depth in questions, and the questions are really me asking you about who you are. And the way I ask it's not like, who are you? It's like, that would be real easy, but it's really more about, I ask a lot of in-depth questions like, what was your relationship like with your dad? Mm. How would you describe your relationship with your mom? Mm. What was your role in the family? Those are some things I sort of do to get to know you.
Let's go into the depth of that.
Let's do it.
If you want to go, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's start with, and I'm going from memory because I don't have my interview, so let's just do it. So tell me the earliest memory that you have.
Of my life?
Yes.
My dad used to have a bike. Super cool bike. It was called Honda. So, we have festivals. 2 festivals. It's called Eid. Every year.
Eid?
Yeah, Eid.
Where is this? In Bangladesh?
In Bangladesh, yes.
Amazing. Okay.
So, the day of the Eid, my dad would wake me up. The entire family would wake up like 6 o'clock, early morning.
Excited.
I was not excited because it was usually it's winter at that time.
Oh.
Or now it's changed to summer because it goes with the solstice of the moon.
Yeah.
So it's cold, and then we would take a cold shower, cold water.
Yeah.
Freshen up, wear nice clothes, and we would go, because it's the festival, we would go to the mosque and pray. Then my dad would put me in the front of his bike. The bike, you have this the oil tanker.
Oh,
in front
really?
of it, right?
Oh, this is a motorbike.
This is a motorbike.
Okay.
In the motorbike, you have the oil tank in front of you.
In front.
So you would not put me in the back, you would put me in the front. So that I can have the feeling of the bike.
Yeah, the wind in your hair.
And then we would go exploring the city.
Amazing. Okay, those are good memories. You've mentioned your dad a number of times, so good memories with your dad. That's cool. How old were you?
Really young. I don't exactly know how old I was, maybe 12.
Cool. So you were in school at the time?
Just getting there.
Just getting there, okay.
Yeah.
What school did you go to? What kind of school?
It was a private school.
Okay.
One of the best in the city.
Wow. How did your parents make that happen?
My dad worked his behind off to send me to that school.
Yeah.
Did everything that he could.
Made a lot of sacrifices for you to do that. Okay.
To put me to that school because all the top people of the city who went to that school at that time.
Okay. Wow. Did you know that at that time? When did you realize that this was such a big sacrifice for your parents?
When I came here in the United States.
Wow. Having a perspective, a different perspective. For you, it was just normal life.
The fact that he sacrificed to send me to an ultra wealthy school where all the powerful people or people who are the elite.
Yeah.
I got used to their lifestyle. I saw what they do, how they behave, how they work, how they walk, who they hang out with, how they deal with life.
Wow.
I'm benefiting from that right now.
How?
I know how those people are, how successful people think.
And how is that?
It's instinctive because I grew up with them.
So what's the difference in the way a successful person thinks and a not successful person thinks?
Well, there's 2 parts of that. There's like successful not legitimately, they're successful legitimately.
Okay.
Now, let's go to the legitimate part. They don't complain ever.
Okay, so the legit successful don't complain.
The other one might go. I'm not interested in them. I just didn't care.
So would you say the illegit successful, for example, maybe it was given to them, or
No, because it would somewhere along the road there would be crack. It would be not a legacy. It would not be a long-lasting thing.
Got it. Okay.
There would be a problem in the future. Somewhere there's gonna be a crack.
So it wasn't real.
It was not a real longevity. There was no longevity.
You know, I've heard you mention several times authenticity and real. That's important to you. How did that come about for you?
Authenticity and real was... Well, I guess I struggled because I was from a middle-class family.
Yeah, like
And
where do I fit?
I did not fit in. Just basically everybody was ultra-rich.
Yes, right, okay.
But they were my friends. But back in my head, I was like, I cannot live like this when I go home. I have 7 bedrooms in my house, 7 cars laying.
Right.
But he's my friend. She's my friend. You know what I mean?
I know
They have
exactly.
everything high tech.
Yeah.
Already PS2, PS4 in their houses. But they were my friend. They were just like me. But when I go home, I was like, it's a completely different dynamic.
How did that impact you? What did you learn from that?
That I wanted to live like that.
Okay. You were exposed to that and you're like, oh, I like this. And
why not? There's nothing bad about that.
I can do, there's not. Okay, so let me ask you this then. In growing up, think about a time where something happened and you made a decision, like it defined how you saw life and how you reacted. Like, it could have been something painful or scary or something like that where you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again, or I'm going to do this from now on, or something like that shaped you.
Let me go deep in because I really want to go down deep into that. Painful, right?
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be painful. I mean, think about like here, 9/11. Were you here on 9/11?
That was a long time ago. I still remember watching it on television. My uncle was here.
Okay, right.
We watched it on television.
So that's a good example.
Live.
Time stood still for everyone. It's like, what the heck is going on? And something shifted for us, like we changed our perspective on safety. So
for me, how?
And maybe that's it for you. A time that really shaped you.
Wow. Like internally shaped me? Wow.
It's tough. Well,
it becomes tough.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Well, you already described one, and that was the private school. And really maybe 9/11 as well.
Oh,
shape the way you see yourself or see the world, or how.
Because we were watching live on television.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't believe it. What the hell was going on? My uncle, my entire family, like majority of my family came here in the United States. They would come back and forth. They would go back and forth.
Yeah.
My uncle, my aunt who raised me, her husband used to work for American Express. He's head of Standard Chartered Bank in Bangladesh.
Wow.
And it was before American Express. And they